Hi everyone, in this video Top 5 Picks brings the top 5 best cell phone signal booster in 2021 for you. Through extensive research I've put together a list of options that meet the needs of different types of buyers, so whether their price, performance and particular use we got you covered. For more information on the products I've included links in the description box down below which are updated for the latest prices. Like this video, comment and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. In 5th place, we have SureCall Fusion 4 Home Yagi or WIP Kit, also known as Best Cell Phone Signal Booster for Medium Spaces, which you can find on the market in 2021. The Yagi WIP Kit offers a clear and consistent signal across 4G LTE networks, boosting your signal for calling, texting, and data on Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, and more. Not only will you have fewer dropped calls and fewer texts not getting through, but you'll also reduce waiting for Netflix or your favorite podcast to buffer. Unlike the Flare Kit, the Fusion 4 Home Kit covers an additional 500 square feet, providing a range of 3,000 total square feet for a medium-sized home or office. However, the added square footage will cost you, as this booster will set you back anywhere from $400 to $500. The Fusion 4 Home Kit is equipped with 2 different antennas for accuracy. For example, the outdoor directional Yagi antenna provides hyper-precise signal grabbing, while the indoor WIP antenna transmits the signal inside. For extra support, the booster comes with a 3-year manufacturer's warranty if something goes wrong. In 4th place, we have weBoost Drive Reach Vehicle Cell Phone Signal Booster, also known as the best cell phone signal booster for vehicles you can find on the market in 2021. There's nothing worse than being on the road and hitting an area with poor cellular service or with no cellular service at all. With weBoost's in-vehicle Drive Reach Cell Signal Booster, you can focus on getting to your destination without having to worry about your cell service. The provided 50 decibels of gain is the maximum permitted amount for vehicle boosters per the FCC. Additionally, weBoost greatly enhanced its uplink and downlink power from the Drive 46X. Specifically, uplink power increased by 5 BDM, and downlink power increased to more than 5 BDM on each band. Even with the perks, for the booster to be limited to your vehicle, the $500 price tag may seem excessive. Before starting your road trip, you won't have to take too much time setting up your Drive Reach booster. The kit comes with a booster, a magnetic antenna, a slim, low-profile antenna, and a power supply rapid charge USB-A port. For non-steel vehicles, the included special mounting equipment makes the Drive Reach easy to install. In 3rd place, we have HiBoost Signal Booster, also known as the best cell phone signal booster for office you can find on the market in 2021. HiBoost has developed the ultimate signal booster for an office environment that's device-heavy. Its signal booster for office has a range of between 7,000 square feet to 15,000 square feet depending on outdoor weather conditions and distance from a cellular tower. While the reach may be intimidating in terms of installation, users have found the process to be simple. HiBoost has an easy-to-use app that walks users through the installation process and uses cloud-based technology to make monitoring and troubleshooting your booster more convenient. Users can tailor the signal to their needs. To get the strongest signal, an LCD panel allows you to fine-tune the power and analyze real-time data. The booster is compatible with all cell phone carriers in the US and Canada by amplifying 4G LTE, 3G, and even 2G signals. It's safe to say it can strengthen the signal to any cellular device, improve data speed, and reduce dropped calls. In the 2nd place, we have weBoost Signal 4G M2M Direct-Connect Kit, also known as the best cell phone signal booster for multi-purposes you can find on the market in 2021. The weBoost Signal 4G M2M Direct-Connect Kit, the earliest 5-band Direct Connect booster introduced to the market, is designed for those needing a connection to devices other than phones. For roughly $300, the M2M Direct-Connect Kit, which is compatible with all US wireless carriers, advances 3G or 4G LTE signal before directing it to another device. One of the most impressive features of the Direct Connect signal booster is the passive RF bypass failure. If power is lost, the M2M Direct-Connect Kit activates to bypass the amplifier. In turn, The booster's external antenna can preserve a connection to the receiving device. This feature is ideal for devices such as gates or security equipment. weBoost's design of the M2M Direct-Connect Kit makes it easy to place within various settings. For instance, the compact form provides for the booster to fit discreetly in a closet or room, and the rugged design ensures its contents are thoroughly protected. In first place, we have the SureCall Flare Cell Phone Signal Booster Kit, also known as the overall best cell phone signal booster to be found on the market in 2021. If you are looking for a reliable booster that can serve a modestly sized home or office, works with 4G LTE frequencies, and allows multiple people to connect, the SureCall Flare Cell Phone Signal Booster Kit is the perfect solution. This booster is ideal for a home or office as it's capable of covering up to 2,500 square feet. Irrespective of the setting, you'll be able to connect to all 4G LTE frequencies in the United States. Specifically, the Flare Kit will support major cellular carriers such as AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile for your voice, text, and data needs. At any one time, up to 8 people can use the booster and increase their respective signals. To increase or decrease signal strength, you can make manual gain adjustments to boost a particular wireless band. Unlike most networking equipment, the Flare Kit is equally functional as it is sleek. The booster's plastic shell adds a clean look that makes it inconspicuous, whether on a bookshelf or in a corner. This is all for now. You can check the links in the description box down below. All cell phone signal boosters are available on Amazon. You can check the price by clicking on the link. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.